Good morning, everyone. The pre-market outlook discussion is going to be taken for the date of 12th March 2026. As we described the day before yesterday's, high and low will be dictating the entire rest of the March month activities or price actions for NIFTY and Sensex. It has started working on our prediction because yesterday itself it has closed below the day before yesterday's, that means 10th March low. So as per the concept, if it is sustaining below the same level, it has given a break for consecutive second day in a row, there will be a clear confirmation we'll be getting. But anyhow, this is an initial hint one can take by the way of the Nifty is closed below 10th March low. In case if it has closed above the 10th March high, means probably it will be on the side of surging with the recovery activities towards 24,700 even. But unfortunately, it has closed below 10th March low. Because of this, what will happen for the day and tomorrow? It would be going a very crucial trend-based sessions for Nifty. Because based on this week's close, overall March month trend and direction will be get, and not up to that level also, it may be giving a signal for the next few months trend, how it is going to be like. So that much of capability the current trend and the behavior is having. Because of these behavioral changes only, we have started giving continuous pitching on the caution making kind of alerts that the 24,700 should not be get broken as a behavior shift zone. If it is happening, probability for the fresh leg of rally on the downside will be happening like many times we have mentioned, discussed, reported. During November 2025, starting with that period itself, we have started mentioning this correction phase kind of activities that would be going to happen like that is only happening now. This was the proof, and based on the everyday's behavior based analysis we are providing for you all to make aware how the current trend is going to act on benchmark indexes, what you should do and how the approaches can be done, like the way we have been discussing and assisting you in the way of taking trading decisions. So in that manner, it is of course a crucial day for the day, Nifty and the Sensex, even for all broader indices as well. Amid ongoing tensions between US, Israel and Iran, which is not seem to be ending the war kind of activities anytime soon. So which may be holding the grip of global markets as well as economic conditions. Because it is now is a hot one which is being observed, that the economic condition for the trade and commerce is getting affected. The flow of the exports and are getting affected. The import from the Iran, like Middle East companies, by India, like countries for the crude oil is getting impacted highly. All might be knowing that the gas and the oil shortages and all being discounted on the every individual's life. So that is what the thing is worsening, getting worsening because of these geopolitical actions. Anyhow, this may be the temporary one, as both countries almost nearing to the talk about the ceasefire for the current ongoing war kind of actions. Let's see what happens. Until then, of course, it will be a weaker bias for the Nifty Sensex, and every rise will be expected to attract selling until the Nifty, in terms of Nifty 50, until it closes decisively above 24,700 from the positional perspective. And for an immediate short-term basis, at least it should have a close or sustainability above the level of 24,080. So for this confirmation, Nifty has to do. If it is not giving any confirmation on the higher side levels we have predicted, the downside maybe get wider, deeper, with every rise attracting selling, which means what? The traders can only focus on building shorts by utilizing any bounces to add or accumulate further shorts. Conversely, for the long traders, it is no way to utilize. Don't miss the opportunity of bounce kind of activities if you are seeing for the purpose of reducing our long positions, and investors too can utilize the bounces for reducing or booking the profits if you are having. And you can even participate at the lower levels based on the confirmations we are providing on daily basis even. And once the Nifty confirms by closing 10th March low for today also, there is a high probability for Nifty reaching 23,500, 400, 300, even for 23,000 level with a sharp and quick manner. But the thing, once getting approaches within these 2 or 3 sessions for the level of 3,500, 400 and all, there may be a signal for reaching 20,000 as a whole from the short to medium term perspective we can expect. If it is happening, for that the confirmation not yet got by the Nifty side, it is not to be get panic about the things. We are just giving an alarm for all. So you should note and travel along with the outcomes we are providing based on the behavioral analysis, which is what now working well accurately when compared to other kind of technical analysis. So behavior analysis is leading in all the way, advancedly predicting and advancedly getting impacted, and the results also being done on the charts. So it would be greater to every short-term traders to utilize high or a bounce kind of activities to reduce your positions. So that's it from the preview basis, how to approach the market with the strategies, levels and all. From positional perspective we can discuss. For the day, yes, of course, because of the grip it has lost in yesterday's trend, the downside risk now builds. That's why we have mentioned in the phrase itself. For the day, the opening trend is seemed to be or likely on the downside, with over 100 to 150 points of downside we can expect on the Nifty, which is almost a chance for Nifty to close 10th March low below consecutively 2 days in a row. So if it happens as predicted and discussion made on the positional side, the thing will be happening. And for the day, the chances for oscillating between the level of 23,700 and 24,000, if it is oscillating between these levels until it is actually holding this 23,700, short bettors can use the bounces to build the shorts or accumulate further around the resistance points like 24,000, even near to the 23,900. After a break below and a 15-minute close, even if it happens below 23,700, one can take the confirmation for the day that the market or Nifty will be eyeing for 23,600, even for 500 levels. Through that breakdown based confirmation, one can freshly build the shorts. So both sides, the short building is the opportunity still the markets are actually providing for all. So as per a discussion made on the positional front, it should decisively close about 24,079 or a round value of 80, we can say. So that confirmation consecutively should happen for the 2 days above the close. If it happens, then the thing will be on the 24,300, 24,700 side, one can expect. But until it is resisting, until it is getting closed above this 24,079, every rise will be a chance for building shorts only. Any rebounds or any bounce kind of activities, again, insisting the point, should be utilized by the long traders to trim the quantities or shares or positions and not for building the long. From the sectors trend, major sectors like bank, metal, energy, particularly this energy, including oil and gas, will be on the spotlight. And while approaching this kind of energy and oil and gas oriented stocks, one should note that the crude oil's impact is still there for the both side, offshore and onshore companies. So this supply concerns and all, even though somewhat the prices and all settled down with the corrections happened for the recent 2 days, it is not meant that the crude oil's supply concerns are getting resolved. So it will be on the same side till the things and are getting calm and solved. So until then, one can keep the crude oil based stocks relevant to the crude oil stocks with an aim for, particularly from the OMCs, oil marketing companies side, refiners, gas oriented companies. These kind of segment oriented stocks can be treated as a selling opportunity by the way of breakdown basis as well as on the sell on rise basis. And then finance, along with the bank, it is also in the same track to attract the selling. And then pharmaceutical, which was one we have strongly pitched even few weeks ago itself, that the pharmaceutical as a sector will be in the spotlight for the entire year 2026, even for the 2027 also, which is now cooking to build the base for a clear upside rally. That was we have discussed earlier, and that is when compared to the 1 month before or 2-3 weeks before, you can just now look the chart of the pharma, how it has actually risen, how it has grown in the way of price actions. So that too a proof for you all, even for a sectoral analysis, particular sector we have predicted for the upside, despite the ongoing corrections and all happening in the markets. This pharma sector outperformed other sectors by the way of defending the fall as well as attracting the fresh buying from the medium to long term. Yes, the pharmaceutical and healthcare oriented stocks will be on spotlight based on the technical behavior as well as the estimated or forecasted news about a new virus outbreak which may be happening sooner or later. So if it is so, the pharmaceutical and laboratory oriented, healthcare oriented, all relevant companies will be attracting by. So that's the important prediction on the pharmaceutical we can have for you all. Then the capital goods oriented sector, that is also attracting selling even in a single digit of bounce. So that can be utilized for building shorts. On the stocks front, based on news, Wipro, KEC International, Bharat Forge, Vascan Engineering, Lumax Autotech, Colgate Palmolive. The Colgate Palmolive only based on the technical behavior. Other than that, all the stocks listed here are based on news. That can be utilized for getting and trading, improved trading prospects by the day traders. Keeping stop loss, of course, if you are participating with a high risk appetite on the day trading or even a short-term positional trading, it would be prudent for all to maintain a strict stop loss on all transactions. You can see now some queries fallen that can be addressed now. JM Financial share can be purchased or not is the query now. See, current condition is giving a high impact on the selling side for the mid-cap oriented stocks, particularly the sector, core sector like banking and finance, which are all having the mid-cap oriented stocks are easily getting attracted by the selling side. So it would be better to wait for the clear confirmation on the JM financial side. For that, it should decisively close, not in a single, that means a simple manner, the close will not be taken as a confirmation. A decisive close with a long body of the that particular day's confirmation once it is trying to do. So 129 is clearly resisting the point. Around 130, we can say between 130 to 133, the thing should be get broken and closed above particular range for getting a confirmation on the upside. Until then, it is prudent to the trader or investor who is already having or holding this position may not be a good choice for entering further or averaging purpose of trading also may not be a suitable one for you. And you can utilize any fragile bounces till the 129 to 132 getting confirmed. It can be a chance for making a short or selling kind of activities on the stock, not for building the long. Once it confirms, you can start accumulating or even fresh entry also can be made for the target of 145. For silver and gold, of course, because of the uncertainties being impacted on every asset classes, it is of course on the silver and gold, no escape from the current ongoing conditions. So even though the things and all impacting the silver and gold, it is better to concentrate on long side for the gold and the silver, because we are expecting the gold and silver probably will be oscillating with a daily swing range of at least 1%. And based on that, you can maintain a buy and dip strategy for gold and silver with the target of not crossing 1%. The Nifty, that means that the gold and silver is actually doing now. So if it is so, you can with a half percentage even you can book the profit. That would be a good idea for making good gains. I mean, this kind of unconfirmed or uncertain circumstances across the globe, also on the charts. So gold and silver may be approached in the way of building long. The query on put option on the index side, or at least for a 1 week period, like the query asked, it would be better. You can concentrate on put option, particularly on the bouncing side when the Nifty or Sensex are getting bounced, but which is having a good idea about buying long on the, that means a long side going on the put side. It would be better to concentrate on monthly expiry. That means a final week expiry rather than going the immediate or current week expiry, because the premiums are getting easily eroded. So that is the only suggestion. You can concentrate on put buying, but based on the monthly expiry, you can buy. So thank you for your queries. We can now conclude today's session and we'll be meeting on tomorrow's one. Don't forget, these remaining 2 days also will be a crucial one for Nifty. It is giving a bounce or it is giving a continued close below 10th March. You should note accordingly, you should act based on the strategies levels we have discussed. So wishing everyone to have an opportunistic day today as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.